In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a line chart like this in Power BI, where you're going to show the total sales like this across different timelines along with the trend lines. So if I choose 28 days, it will show us the last 28 days data. If I choose 7 days, it will show the last 7 days sales. If I choose 90 days, it will show the 90 days sales. And if I choose the lifetime, it will show the whole data starting from the 2020. So let's start the video. Let's first take a line chart visual from here, and let's take the date in the x-axis and sales in the y-axis. Next, let's do some formatting. Let's start from the size and style, and here I'm going to increase the padding to 20 for each sides. And next, background, let it be like this. Visual border, let's enable it and choose a soft color like this. And the rounded corners we can choose as 20 pixels. Shadow we can enable, and let's choose the position to be at the center. This is done. Title, sales, font, let's choose Surgery UI semi-bold, and let's enable the subtitle. And in the subtitle, we are going to add the total sales value. So to add it here, make sure that we have a sales text as well. Like here, this sales is not text, this is currency, and this is numbered. So the data type of this sales text should be text. You can see here. And to make this, we have used format functions where I'm adding the dollar symbol as well. And we are going to show this in the subtitle. So let's click on FX and choose the field value, sales text, click on OK. And it's showing the sales. So increase the size of the font to 25. And this looks good. Next, enable the divider as well. And this divider, let's choose a softer color here. This is fine. So if you see this, ignore the padding. Next, let's increase the space as well. So let's make it 10 so it's not clumsy. Next, let's double click, and we don't want this title sales here, and we don't want this date. So our visual is ready. Now we have to add the date category filter like 7 days, 28 days, 90 days, 365 days, and the lifetime. So for that, we'll have to create a date category table. We have this date table. So let's click on new table and let's say date category. And here we'll do union, and then let's use add columns. And here will be dates in period. Let's choose the date column from the date table. And the start date will be the maximum date from the date table. And the interval will be -7 and the day. So let's close this. So this will return the dates from the last 7 days. We'll create another column called category, and this category will say it's 7D. Let's create another column called sort. So this will be helpful to sort the category. So this make it as 1 and close the bracket. So this add column, so this will return a table with 3 columns where the category will be 7 days and the dates will be 7 days dates. Or let's add comma, and then let's copy this, and we need 4 more. So let's paste it 1, 2, 3, 4. And so this is for 7 days, and let's add for 28 days. Here it will be 28 days, 90 days, 365 days. And the last one will be the lifetime value, where there will be no filters. So for this, we'll have to use the calendar function, and the start date will say minimum of the dates from the date. So it will be minimum. So minimum of the date from the date table, and the end date will be maximum from the date table. Let's close the bracket. So this will basically give all dates, and let's change the sorting to, let's make it 2. This one has 3, this one has 4, and this one has 5. And let's click on enter. So this will give us the 3 columns, and we can sort this category from the sort column. So sort by column, sort this by category sort. Now let's go to the visualization pane, and here we'll add this button slicer. And in the button slicer, we are going to add this category column from here. And let's do some formatting here. So first go to the size and style, and here let's turn off this background. Next, title, we don't want this title. Slicer settings, single select is chosen. We can add a 4 selection so that always one selection is chosen like this. And the layout, we can choose this max row shown as 1 because we need only 1 row, and this column shown as 5 because we are showing 5 categories. Next, this uniform gaps, we don't need any gaps, so we can make it as 0. This callout values, we can choose it as such a U, and alignment as center. So this is centering line now. And next, we can choose this button option. For all the selected states, we can choose the shape of the rectangle as rounded rectangle and make it as 20 or 25, whatever it is. And then padding we can choose as 0 from the top and bottom. So why we are doing this is, if you don't do this, it is going to overlap if I reduce the size. So now it will not, so it will adjust perfectly when we reduce the size. And next, once these two are done, we can choose the state from here. And for the default states, we want the fill color to be white, and let's turn off this border. For the hover state, the fill color is slightly gray, and border we can turn off. For the breast state, we can, so the fill color is slightly more darker, and we can turn off the border. For the selected state, we can choose a different fill color like this green color, and the border we can turn off. So this is done. If I now change this to 78 days, nothing is happening because nothing is able to filter. The reason is there is no relationship yet. So we can go to the model view and we can add this category table here, and let's create a relationship from the date table on this date column. And the cardinality is 1 to many, that's fine, but this cross filter direction should be both. And let's click on save. So now if I go to the visualization pane, you can see it's able to filter the data. So if I choose the 7 days, you can see it's showing 7 days data. If I choose 28 days, you can see 28 days data is shown, and 90 days will show 90 days data. If I choose lifetime, it will show all the data without any filters. So this is how we can create a line chart aesthetically so that it's easy to read and add some value to your report. If you want to connect with me and book a one-to-one call on any Power BI issue, you can book a call on Topmate. Or if you're short on time and don't want to book a one-to-one video meeting, then you can opt for this priority DM, where I'm going to give you the text-based answers as soon as possible. Also, if you want to buy Power BI reports along with the dataset and BRD documents, currently I have these two reports in the store, that is Superstore Analytics Dashboard and Pizza Sales Dashboard. So you're going to get the PBIX report along with the dataset and BRD documents. All of these links are provided in the description, so see you there. These are the books that I highly recommend buying that can take your Power BI skills to the next level. These 3 books can cover almost all the aspects of Power BI, from DAX to Power Query to the overall Power BI dashboarding. You can find the link of these books in the description. Check them out if you want to level up faster. I hope you like my videos and you find my videos helpful. If you like my videos, do not forget to subscribe my channel. Till then, goodbye and thanks for watching. See you on the next video.